Tell me about how you thought about that. Did you have your eyes wide open about that? Like when you're thinking, hey, I want to do more private wealth management, go talk to, help families. Did you go in knowing that's what this job was? And tell me how you ended up landing your first gig and how that recruiting path went.
Yeah. No, so I learned mostly through the recruiting process. So I went to the Northwestern Mutual like recruiting day. Like I sat through one of those presentations, like sat through one I think at JP Morgan too. And there's a few as I kind of started applying to roles in that field, you learn kind of quickly that it's a commission-based job. Like you're not going to make money for your first 18 months to 2 years. The questions that people were asking me was like, what do your parents do for work and can they float you for the next 2 years while you like get this up and running? And how many family members can you bring on to our platform? And I was like, all right, this is feeling really seedy and not at all what I was expecting. So what I kind of realized from there was the low end of the market, so the mass affluent space is very much like that, like on commissions and things like that. But that if you move into like the ultra high net worth space, there's firms that are a little bit more stable that are not have a salaried position, have kind of 2-year programs where that you can go into. And I think there's probably not that many. It's a relatively small world when you start getting into the like investment advisors who manage $50-100 million minimums and up. But that's where I started looking, and where I started having the most traction because I had a little bit of hedge fund and alternatives like exposure and experience. So I basically drilled it down to I want to work for an ultra high net worth RIA that's in New York City, and I kind of had that laser focus